Hi guys, and welcome again to Facebook Live, where I'm trying again with Natasha. I've just pulled over from the motorway to this lovely green view, much nicer view than I had previously. So let's get Natasha on here. We worked out what is the problem. So Natasha should be coming now. Natasha, here she is. Right guys, so she is coming now. Welcome to the live video session. We're going to discuss the £9 loss. Everybody's coming back on. Fantastic. Yay!
We're here. Why are we such a vast different colour?
Why?
Look at the colour of me and the colour of you.
It's because I've got the natural sunlight up there, you see. You've got synthetic lighting.
Looking slim, Jody.
It is amazing, isn't it? Like my clothes yesterday were literally hanging off me in my class. It was just, and it just happened like that overnight. I haven't had any like really strong feelings all week, and then yesterday it just dropped.
It's amazing. So you've lost, let's just have a little announcement. You've lost £9 in your first week.
£9. But more important for me, I've got under that 19 stone. Because obviously, you know, and it's a bit embarrassing when you've lost 19 stone and you're suddenly back at 19 stone. You know, it's a little bit embarrassing. So to get underneath that 19 for me was just a massive deal. So I was just so happy and so relieved.
It's I definitely think that weight is, you know, there's a barrier with like emotional blocks with weight, and I think emotionally, like just going under that stone barrier, I think it's amazing. And I think now you've got under it, I think it's like unlocked the door to now you losing more. I really do. Not just because you're going to be healthy, but I truly believe it's release, it's readiness sometimes as well, isn't it?
Absolutely.
So let's talk about your week. I'm going to let you talk because I do love to talk. So tell us how you found your week. Like, tell us the best things about the week. Things.
I think the good thing, I'm just going to wander down this path so you don't hear the traffic so much. But I think the good thing was that you told me that you didn't tell me about the detox side. Because I didn't have in my head, I didn't expect headaches, or I didn't expect like mood swings or anything like that. And I just expected to lose weight and feel great. And that's exactly what happened. As soon as I had a shake, because remember the first couple of days I didn't have any shake, and it was my pure willpower that kept me on the omelette and all those healthy sort of things. Sweet potato did save me a little bit because obviously there is some substance in that.
Yeah.
But when the protein shakes arrived on the Tuesday, you know, that's when things started to change because it was actually really tasty. And what I found myself thinking was, I actually prefer this than my normal porridge breakfast. You know, that was the thing. Instead of saying, you know, this is something I've got to do, it was actually like, oh my God, I actually prefer this to my normal breakfast.
This is so much healthier and it's actually better.
Who doesn't want fresh raspberries or strawberries first thing in the morning? There's nobody, is there?
I think you had a 2-day crash course with me a few weekends ago. So you had an idea of what was going to happen.
Yes, and yeah, but then the vanilla protein arrived as well. And again, that just had a total different dynamic. Because again, when I pureed it with the mixed fruits, when I just had a berry smoothie one lunchtime, again, it just gave it a whole new flavor, which I hadn't experienced.
It's amazing. It's so amazing. So you found the food relatively straightforward to follow?
Yes, purely because for those of you who've been watching my photos, I kept it really, really basic. A protein with a carbohydrate, and just really kept it that simple. Which I think for the first week and maybe the first 30 days is going to be fine. You're not going to get bored with that.
And did you have cravings for anything or miss anything or nothing or not too bad?
I did mention in the week, the only thing that happened is when I went to my mum's house, and there was kind of not things there ready for me to have, and that was the only challenging. one thing I did today was actually ate my protein bar and my cashew nuts inside a KFC restaurant in Thorpe Park.
Well, look at you. I'm so proud.
So
It
again,
no popcorn chicken down the
and you know,
hatch.
it took me a lot to do that. And Claire was eating KFC in front of me,
Oh,
and it
that's
didn't
cruel.
faze me.
No,
And
it
I think
doesn't.
that was because I'd lost the weight.
Yeah,
Obviously, I'd been on the scales this morning and lost the weight. Then obviously I found something amazing. Now, the
yeah.
reason I've gone back to my car is I've got something to show you, Natasha. Let's open the car. Me and Natasha are very famous for, well, we were very famous for drinking tea together. Tea and biscuits, tea and toast. This is at the very start of our relationship,
Yeah.
when we knew the dangers of wheat, when we didn't know the dangers of wheat. And today I saw this mug on sale at Thorpe Park
Oh, God.
and thought, oh, I must get
You
this.
miss tea. You
And
miss
I,
drinking tea.
no, I haven't had any tea, but it is a special mug. Okay,
So,
so inside here, there's a ride called Saw. Okay, and this, check this.
God, what the hell is
It's a
that?
Saw mug. It's like a 1 litre mug,
And
but I'm not gonna,
what are you going to fill it with? Protein shake.
yes, it's
Warm
my
it
new
up.
pro,
Oh my
it's my
God,
new
it's the
pro.
size of your head.
I know, it's huge. This is absolutely
Your
huge.
new small head. Oh my God,
But I
you're
just
so
thought I had to
funny.
buy that.
It's not as good
Obviously,
as the
it's a
Harrods.
nice.
It's not as good as the Harrods all-in-one teapot you bought me.
Yes, I've still got the Harrods teapot. I'm just going to put that back in my car now.
You're so funny. Right,
But yeah,
so
so
yeah, go on.
I just wanted to say, Natasha, um, what did you experience on your first week? How is it different to mine?
What of the week that I've just had?
The first week that you ever did on the plan?
Oh wow. I think the first
Because I
week that
know
I
you
ever,
said it was.
it was quite a long time ago, but the first week that I ever did, I definitely felt restricted. Do you know what I mean? Like now it's
Yeah,
normal, but I think that's when I said to you that the most difficult thing to me was just sticking to it 100%, because it was just it was a big difference to what I was doing. Although I was being healthy, I think the portion sizes were smaller, and I was cutting out more of the complex carbs and things, which obviously we all love, our rices and potatoes and things. And I just found it really, I felt like I was missing out a bit at the beginning. But I think once
yeah,
you get into it, and into a pattern and a routine, I think with it, it took me about 10 days, maybe the first couple of weeks, to really get, really get in full flow with it. And I also think the water, that's something I was going to say to you, is like they always say, don't they, that make sure when you think you're hungry, you're probably thirsty.
yeah.
And I think for me, I was about 90 kilos. That you're meant to have a third of your 30 litres. Can you imagine? No, divided by 30. So 3 litres a day. And I always drink water, but I was probably having like, I don't know, like a litre, like 1.5 litres. So that's something this time round. I think I've had 2 litres so far today. So I'm going to make sure I have another half a litre. So I think for me, it's getting that water right as well. I think
Yeah.
it's all a process. It's all a process, and you get used to aspects of it and more used to aspects of it as you progress. And it's a bit the same with you with the KFC. Once it becomes your norm, you don't I went to a party today with Barnaby's like a friend from school, and 3 o'clock all the hot pizzas come in, like pepperoni, ham and pineapple, cheese. And the kids obviously don't eat them, so the slabs are being handed round to all the parents. And I'm like
Oh
a little bit
no.
hungry, and I'm like, do you know what? No, I'm fine. I'm fine. And cake and fizzy drinks, and it's just, I think it's for you. Like when you've had a result, it's wanting the goal more than you want the food. Do you know what I mean?
Yes,
Um,
absolutely.
I mean, yeah, no, I didn't. The part, it was just the sniffles. It didn't. It's not really anything particular, but it was just like for me the monotony of the lack of. Do you know what I mean? Like
Yeah,
it took me 10 days, 14 days to get into the mindset of this being my new thing, and once I was into the habit of this being my new thing, absolutely fine. But at the beginning, I felt, oh God, like that's it, like that's all I can have today. Like, oh, and I'd be sat there like now, like this time, like wanting like a little snack or something, and it's like, no, you can't have that. So just getting into the habit of it, that's the thing for me.
can you remember when the health benefits kicked in, which week?
I think almost straight away. I really think almost straight away. I think like energy levels, like I've just felt better. I felt less. I didn't even know I was bloated, but I felt less bloated. My energy levels were really high, and I just felt like very clear-headed, like clear. Just you do definitely feel. I think a lot of people have no idea the impact that food has on the way you feel, and I think
Yeah.
that's probably one of the best things about doing a 30-day elimination is just getting rid of those toxins, like eliminating that rubbish from your body. I just felt better straight away. And now because I'm now embarking on the, because I've got all the health thing, all the health boxes ticked, and now it's the fitness boxes. And I now do those 4 boot camps a week in my stride. It's just, and that's now a habit. And that's made me feel even better, like just just so much better. But it's just the keeping going, isn't it? You know, I've now been doing it for 114 days. And you do, I think sometimes you can get to a point where you feel a bit like, I don't know, like you plateau a little bit and you're like, you
Yeah,
just think, you know, the first bit's so much fun, isn't it? When you're like 30 days, but then it's implementing it long term. I think, you know, it can test your discipline a little bit, I think. The longer you do it.
absolutely. Right. I think
Let's
that's it
finish.
from
Yeah,
me.
let's finish with you. So let's talk about you because you've had the most amazing week, and you're obviously on the start of your journey. So, what do you carrying forward? Is there anything you do? Are you having enough water? Do you think?
When I'm teaching, yes, but like today, I've probably had a litre and a half. When I'm
Yeah,
teaching, I probably have 3 or 4 litres because it's so
yeah,
easy to drink.
of course. Yeah, so I just think you've got just, I think for me, that was just because I only drink water, I thought I had that sussed. But when I was actually working out, I think, well, actually, how much have I had? And when I added it up, I was like a litre, litre and a half, nowhere near enough. And for you,
Yeah.
definitely 3 litres, definitely, or 3.5 litres. Um, so moving on to next week, so excited! I'm so excited for you to finish the 30 days. What are you carrying everything across? Like, have you learned anything you're going to change, or for next week, or you're
Well,
going to do things the same?
what I'm doing next week is actually going more into the recipes. So, because I know
Oh, I'm
very
so
soon
excited.
these foods are going to get quite boring. So, I'm going to do
Yeah.
the chocolate mug muffin that I keep going on about. I'm also going to be doing a cottage pie, which is topped with the sweet potato. Because again,
Oh,
even when
love
you read the recipe, it
that.
sounds so amazing.
Yeah. Yeah. I think that's what I've had to do. You know, I went to up to Waitrose and bought some different foods because I think that's for me. Like I'm like so many days in, and I'm a creature of habit, so I've been having the same things, and it's like that exactly. I think if you mix it up, and there are so many amazing things and recipes things you can eat, that I've bought some like turkey mince, turkey meatballs, just you know, because if you have something really delicious, it just keeps you going. Like you say, you don't feel like you're missing out. I
Yeah.
think you've done amazing. I think you've done so well. I'm super excited to follow and share this journey with you. So, £9, Jody.
Woohoo! Right. Well, thank you everybody for joining us. If you've got any questions, please feel free to comment And I'm driving now for the next hour, but Natasha will gladly comment.
I will happily comment. Yeah. Safe journey home, Jody.
Right, guys. Thank you very much,
See you
guys.
soon.
See you in the
Bye.
morning. Bye.
Bye.
Bye.